What's up, guys? My name is Hair by Ra, and if you're worried about the TikTok ban, worry no more. I have 5 actionable tips to keep you out of the red and in the green. So, the very first thing I want to talk about is the referral program. So, this is a way that you can leverage your own platform, leverage your own client base. So, let's take social media out of it just for this example. You can leverage your own client base by saying, hey, if you send me a friend, you get X% off of your next service. Hey, I'm running a promo on a new service, and if you send me 1 or 2 friends, you get this add on for free. There are so many things to play with. As long as you step into the entrepreneurial mindset and realize this is your business, you can make it whatever you want. So, even though we're in 2025 and social media is a phenomenal tool to leverage our success to grow our business, in the hair industry, word of mouth is still king. It's not, there was a time where I had no social media presence whatsoever 15 years ago, and it was all about the customer service aspect of what I did for my clients. And by that, I simply mean that as long as you keep your clients happy, they're going to tell their friends about it. As long as you keep in mind what your work looks like when they leave the door, they're going to take a cute selfie and post it in on their social medias, show their friends, FaceTime their homegirls and say, "Girl, look, I finally did it." And it turned out amazing. As long as you keep that in mind, that's the real social media. That's the social platform that you can leverage people's word of mouth. Another thing that you can do is offer discounts, perks, loyalty programs, so that if your clients were to do so many services, they start to gain points. We've seen this example with Delta. We've seen it with Beyond Juice. If you know me, you know I eat there every single week. Um, Chipotle, any place where every time you patronize this business, you get points. That's a phenomenal way if you want to work through that system. Wix, if you build your website on Wix, that's one place that I know for sure will have that technological support. So that's something that you can do. Um, and even if you don't want to do points and things like that, you could just say for every couple services, you get a free add-on treatment. So you get a free treatment for your hair once a month. Little things like that to make your clients feel special are a way to have them love their experience enough to share. And we don't need social media for that. Another thing that we can do is leverage platforms. So, though TikTok is a powerful tool, it's not the only one. We have Google, we have Yelp, we have Instagram, we have YouTube, we have Pinterest. And I'll be honest, I don't use Pinterest, but I do recognize that they are starting to utilize certain formulas that TikTok uses, that Instagram uses, where everything looks like reels that YouTube uses. And if you can get on any of these platforms, you're connecting with the people who already use the platform. Each of the platforms that I named are very successful. Maybe not as big as TikTok, but if you were to use the exact same content and post it on each of these with the exact same caption, so less work, smarter, not harder, you're able to build a following on each of these. And I can talk more to you about this in my Five-Star Stylist Program, which of course is linked below. But it's important that all of your online presence is consistent across all platforms so that when people find interest in you, they can click that link in your bio. They can send that. They can put that hot word, and you can automate your platform to respond to them and send them what they need to know to get to know you better as a stylist and inquire within. So yes, I know that it's very devastating, especially if TikTok was your bread and butter or your biggest platform. But if you've done it once before, I want you to feel encouraged that you can do it again. So start now. If you have any drafts, any content saved in your phone, just start posting it on Instagram. That's number 2 in my book. A lot of people even use Facebook. Personally, I don't, but you can. Um, that being said, you can just experiment. And some advice that I had to constantly remind myself of is that Rome will not be built in a day. Whatever you want, whatever you envision for yourself, is going to take the results of it are going to reflect the efforts. So I love the analogy of a slingshot. For as much energy and patience and time and strength and effort as it takes for you to pull back, whenever you finally decide to let it go, let it bang, that's how far you're going to go. That's just physics. That's just the way it has to go. So be patient with yourself. Be gracious with yourself. This is this is Rome. This is Rome that we're building here. And so maybe TikTok is gone forever, maybe it's not. But in the meantime, what's important to me is that we don't feel so drawn to a certain platform that it is the lifeblood of our success. Because just like a car, the car is not the magic. It's only as good as its driver. The tool is only as good as the man who yields it, right? And so all of these things are tools, whether it be Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Facebook, Yelp, Google, etc. It's all about what you do with it that really counts. So stay encouraged. The next one, which would be point number 3, is the value of client relationships. So this goes hand in hand with our first point of, just leaning into making sure that your clients are satisfied with their work, with your work, so that they can continue to refer people to you, etc. But to take a deeper dive into it, building trust, um, building loyalty, these things create a genuine client stylist relationship so that your clients sort of become invested in your success. And I can speak to this personally. My clients want to see me win. And if you just tap into the women that you serve or men that you serve, depending on what your client base is, and be transparent about it, continue to offer success, continue to articulate value to them, you will be surprised at the wealth of information that your clients have. That being said, um, as long as your clients are satisfied, they will always support you. And so if you create an easy, effortless way for them to share reviews, share photos, things like that, you can build an online platform. In my Five-Star Stylist program, I speak to Gloss Genius, which I will link below as well. And that's an application that you can use where you can have your booking, your client follow-ups, your reminders, text and email marketing all built in as well. And also, you can prompt your clients to leave reviews. And so this is all automated. This isn't something I ever have to think about. My clients automatically do it when they feel compelled to. And that's what I speak to when I say smarter, not harder. Being a hairstylist, we have so many different things that we have to be responsible for. And if there is a method or tool that I can share with you to automate that, believe me, I will share it with you. So the fourth step, or the fourth tip, I should say, is actually email and text marketing. So let's just say you don't have Gloss Genius. There are websites like MailChimp. Oh God, what is it called? Free Flow. I'll put it below, or I'll put the word here, freeform, something like that. There are so many text marketing and email marketing um, tools so that you can tell your clients, hey, I have availability here. Hey, I'm going to be running a special at the top of next month. Prepare your coins. And if you think about it, that's what Beyonce does very often. So between me and you, I think that Beyonce um, did not mistakenly drop that tour date for September 12th in Chicago. I think that was to let people know a tour is coming. Prepare thine coins. And if you can use the same tactics and approaches as these big entities, whether it be Apple or Beyonce or DoorDash or the NFL for the Super Bowl, building anticipation and keeping clients informed in an effortless, non pushy, salesy way, then you will continue to build that platform. To take it a step further with that, I think that it's really, really, really important that you create an experience for your clients. And I've spoken about this several times now, but before I had any skills, the thing that I excelled at was customer service, specifically creating an experience. And so I've had several names through Instagram, one of which was Experience Alexander. And it was because I emphasized the experience from the very beginning of, for how I greeted you to the verbiage that I use to let you know that I'm going to be letting your chair back to put you in the bowl, from the sensitivity with how is the temperature of the water to explaining, oh, right now I'm mixing up tea tree and I'm mixing up lavender. These things are very calming. And I'm saying that while I'm massaging their scalp. It's things like that that create an experience where no one particular thing is miraculous or magical, but every single thing is another brick laying a foundation for you to build a solid brand for yourself. And so, even without TikTok, even if social media ceased to exist with the client base that I have, I would still be able to grow it simply because of techniques like this. And lastly, I would say collaborations. So typically, when we hear collaboration, immediately we think about social media, and that's always great. So, of course, collaborating with micro influencers or influencers, depending on your offer, you will be able to tap into other people's markets. So, for example, you guys have seen that I've been collaborating with Alex Hairston for almost a year now. And since then, I have gained so many followers because she already has a brand online. So, first of all, she's gorgeous. She lives a luxurious life. Her name is Luxuriously Alex. And so she dresses well, she speaks well, she keeps her hair done, she keeps her lashes done, she keeps her eyebrows done. She dresses well, if I didn't already say that. She's stylish, she's eloquent and educated, and she is my client avatar. If I were to type up exactly what my ideal client is, it's her. She's in corporate. And it's not that everyone has to, but when you speak the language of that in which you want to attract, there's synergy to it, is what I'm trying to say. And so with Alex, um, the following that she has is typically going to be girls who see her as, I could be friends with her. And if you want to be friends, friends typically do the same things. They go to the same places to get their nails done and their hair done, and they work out together. They live similar lives. And so I was able to leverage the platform that she's already built to bring in more customers for myself. And so the point is that with collaboration, if you know who your target market is, then you're able to get that girl, give her an experience that she genuinely loves. So no lies. Give her an experience that she genuinely loves, and the rest is automated. It's automatic. She'll love it. She'll post online, etc., etc. Um, but with that being said, let's take social media out of it for the purpose of this episode, and let's think more about. Um, Let me think of a good example. So let's just say you meet a nurse at somewhere while you're picking up dinner at night, and she's wearing a wig, and you say, "Oh yeah, your hair looks amazing. Who does it? Blah blah blah. Whatever." Start that conversation, and she's like, "Oh, actually, I bought this online." I was like, "Oh, it looks really really good. I'm a hairstylist. That's why I'm admiring the way that your hair looks." "Oh wow, really? What's your, let's just say, phone number? Like it's 1995. Or what's your website?" I'm trying to make this example without social media because I want you to not be dependent on it. So, what's your website? Well, it's hairbyraw.com. She goes to the website. Wow, this stuff is amazing. I'm going to check you out. And the point of all of this is nurses, there's not a single career. I mean, maybe there is a single career, but for this example, nurses, teachers, lawyers, doctors, they all have friends, and like attracts like. So if you can get one, I never want to refer to a woman as a whale, but if you can catch one whale, this is just speaking in terms of sales and marketing and business, right? If you catch one whale, you will attract all their whale friends, right? And so, again, without social media, if you just get out there and actually talk to people, which is not encouraged with social media, if we actually go out and speak to people, you would be surprised. So actually, I met Alex not on social media. We were at a Chinese New Year event at Hannah Steakhouse downtown, and me, I had a couple shots, and I said, "What do you have in your hair?" And she's like, "Oh, this is just my hair." And I said, "Oh, we need to connect." And it happened just like that. And this also happened about 10 years ago. I met one of my clients, Amy, who lives in Atlanta now, so I haven't seen her in years, but she worked in education at the time. And I saw her, first of all, gorgeous. I just love gorgeous girls with long hair. What can I say? Um, and I'm like, your hair is beautiful. I might have been like 22 at the time. So I was working as an assistant. Um, and I said, your hair is gorgeous. I have to do your hair. And she's like, okay, and left it alone. Was she going to take me seriously? I have no idea. But the point is, I put myself out there and I actually did her hair for years. I did her hair, I did her sister's hair. I don't know if I ever did her. I don't think I did her daughter's hair because I don't really do kids. But she sent me friends. And the point of all of this is if you connect with one person, they typically have friends, they typically have sisters. And there are so many women who will send that one friend like, well, girl, how is he? I know the social media is good. I know the online presence is good, but does he actually deliver on what he conveys online? And as long as you can stay consistent with your brand, again, the work works for you. So with that being said, your success is not contingent upon any particular platform. Your success is contingent upon how you show up day after day for yourself. These social media platforms are just tools, but essentially they mean nothing if you don't do the work to become the best stylist that you can. And these are the things that I speak to in my Five-Star Stylist Program, which will be linked below. If this is the first video that you've ever seen by me, the Five-Star Stylist Program was created to teach stylists the soft skills, the customer service, the marketing, every aspect outside of actually styling hair, because that's how I was able to grow my career. Since then, and I've acquired many methods of extensions and creating wigs, making wigs, color, cutting, etc. But before I knew how to do any of those things, it was the experience that I gave my clients that kept them coming back and excited for me to continue to grow as a stylist. So if anything in this episode made sense to you, if anything in this episode didn't make sense to you, I would love it if you could comment below so we could keep the conversation going. And until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. And if you found this episode valuable, share it with one of your hairstylist friends, and I'll talk to you soon.